It was a cold, foggy night when Sarah decided to visit the long-abandoned parking lot that had been the talk of the town for years. The old asphalt was cracked and overrun with weeds, and the once bright parking lines had faded into obscurity. It was said that the lot had a dark history, that it was cursed by some malevolent force. As Sarah stepped out of her car, a chill ran down her spine. The air was thick with an eerie silence, and the fog enveloped her like a shroud. She shivered, her breath visible in the frigid night air. The distant sound of a hooting owl made her heart race, and she couldn't help but feel a growing unease. Ignoring her trepidation, Sarah began to explore the lot. It was dimly lit by the pale glow of the full moon, and the shadows danced ominously among the desolate cars. She could see the remnants of old, rusted vehicles, their windshields shattered and tires deflated. As she wandered deeper into the lot, she heard faint whispers, like distant cries for help. She froze in her tracks, trying to make sense of the eerie sounds. The whispers grew louder, surrounding her, echoing through the empty space. Sarah strained to hear, but the words were unintelligible, just a cacophony of desperate voices. A cold breeze swept through the lot, causing the fog to curl around her ankles like ghostly fingers. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she continued her exploration. She came across a car that appeared to be in better condition than the others. It was a vintage, cherry-red convertible with the top down. Its leather seats were pristine, untouched by time. As she approached the car, Sarah noticed something peculiar on the dashboard. A photograph, perfectly preserved despite the years of abandonment, depicted a smiling couple. She picked it up, and the moment her fingers touched the photograph, a piercing scream erupted from the car's trunk. It was a sound that chilled her to the bone. Terrified, Sarah stumbled back, dropping the photograph. She knew she had to leave, but her legs refused to cooperate. The fog thickened, and from the corners of her eyes, she saw shadowy figures darting between the cars. Panic set in, and she ran towards her car, fumbling for her keys. Just as she reached her car, the fog lifted for a moment, revealing a twisted figure standing before her. It was a woman, her face contorted in pain, her eyes empty voids of despair. She pointed a bony finger at Sarah and whispered, "Help us." Sarah screamed, finally finding her keys and unlocking her car. She sped out of the parking lot, leaving behind the haunted place. The echoes of the tortured souls seemed to follow her, and she could still hear their faint cries as she drove away. Sarah never returned to that cursed parking lot. The horrors she had witnessed that night haunted her dreams, and the chilling whispers of the lost souls in that desolate place echoed in her mind forever. The lot remained a place of terror, a sinister reminder that some secrets are best left buried in the darkness. If you liked the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.